All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, after 27 years in the desert, the Arizona Coyotes, excuse me, almost said Cardinals, but the Arizona Coyotes are on the move again. I say this because in 1996, the Coyotes left Winnipeg as the original Jets. They stayed in Phoenix and in the Phoenix area, Arizona for this time, but now they're headed to Salt Lake City, where hopefully, for the sake of this franchise, they can find themselves a permanent home. Now, during their time in Arizona, the Coyotes franchise was plagued by multiple issues. Three different homes for the Coyotes. When they first got there, they played in Phoenix at what was at the time the America West Arena. It looked like they had things going for themselves in Glendale. And then, of course, the last couple of years in Tempe on Arizona State's campus. Now, financial woes, and that's the big one. Financial woes have plagued the Coyotes for more than 15 years now. We saw the NHL step in multiple times trying to right the ship. But at the end of the day, the league has to do what's best for business. And they, in my opinion, exhausted a lot of options for the Coyotes in the desert as they're now pivoting to Salt Lake City. And at the end of the day, being unable to get that new arena was the final straw for the National Hockey League. Now, Ryan and Ashley Smith purchased the Coyotes from Alex Maruello, as this couple is also part of the group that owns the Utah Jazz. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, getting the Coyotes out of Arizona was the best thing for the franchise. And that's no disrespect to Arizona because, we've seen some pro franchises out there have a lot of success. But at this point, at least, I think it was best for business for the Coyotes to pivot someplace else. So, of course, they're going to be called something different. We don't know what the Coyotes' nickname is going to be in Salt Lake City, but nonetheless, it is a fresh start for them. Now, of course, all is not dead for hockey in Arizona, as Maruello can take this time to secure a new arena and go forward as he starts over from scratch. But good luck telling that to the fan base there, because you figure for more than a quarter century, that's plenty of time uh, to develop a fan base in a region. And of course, there were some wet eyes in the crowd at the Mullet Arena the other night when the Coyotes played their final home game there. And it's always sad. It's never a happy, joyous situation when these things happen. But at the very least, he got 1.2 billion from the sale. He's going to try to secure the land and come back and rehash this thing, of course, with an expansion team within the next 5 years, hopefully for their sake. But nonetheless, you're starting over, but you're starting over fresh. Okay, no questions about an arena, X, Y, and Z, and you get to go out there full steam ahead. So that part of it would be good for hockey in the desert. But in my opinion, the sky is the limit for this franchise now in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is looking to grow as a sports town. They've already had the Jazz there who paved the way more than about 40 years ago when they moved from New Orleans. And now they're getting a hockey team. Okay. And there's rumors about, you know, Salt Lake City trying to get a Major League Baseball expansion team there as well. So could not only MLB, could also the National Football League be on the horizon there? And these are legit questions because it's one of those where if you build it, they will come. Jazz fans are very supportive of their home team out there in Salt Lake City. I think they're going to be very supportive of this hockey team in Salt Lake City. And I think as other leagues get an opportunity to see that as well, maybe we could see other pro sports and pro leagues heading to Salt Lake City as well. At the end of the day, like I said, this is best for business. Gary Bettman, the NHL commissioner, as well as the other team owners, wanted this to happen. They basically voted unanimously to send the Coyotes to Salt Lake City, as again, they have to do what is best for business. But I think this is going to be a tremendous home for the National Hockey League, in my opinion. And of course, there's an adjustment period, a little bit of rivalries change, as far as things go geographically. But nonetheless, I think this is a big move. I think, Arizona can take this time to like just sit back and hit the reset button, if you will. This is a rebuild in every true sense of the word. We always hear rebuild with a team. Well, we're going to trade these guys and get some picks and start over, start fresh. No, they are literally starting fresh. New players, new arena, you name it. So now they can take the next couple of years to get back on track. But at the end of the day, this was a move that had to be made. It's sad for the folks in Arizona, but hopefully everybody can go forward. New home for the Arizona Coyotes. The former Arizona Coyotes team owner can try to start fresh to bring hockey back to the great state of Arizona. The NHL got what they wanted, and let's see how things go forward for the Coyotes. Of course, we're no longer going to call them the Coyotes, but this squad in Salt Lake City. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.